Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Lane. Today we're doing a realistic rebuild of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're technically next up in the draft order, but they traded their draft pick to Miami for whatever reason. I know they got Minka Fitzpatrick. Wasn't the best trade in my opinion because Big Ben is getting up there in age, so I don't really understand why they did that. We are going to have to find a quarterback in this rebuild at some point. I love James Conner. I love Juju. I love Johnson. James Washington's good as well. The offensive line is getting up there in age. We are going to have to address that. I know you guys love when I do that. And on defense, there's a lot of great players, but some of them are getting up there in age like Hayward, so we're going to have to wait and see what we do about this. Let's go find out who's going to be a free agent. And the Chiefs beat the Packers. I would have liked to see that Super Bowl. But let's find out. Shazier, goodbye. I probably should just lower him. I think I will do that off screen. Mike Hilton. We don't have a ton of money. Bud Dupree's up there as well. He had a good season, but I'm not really sold on him 100%. Let's increase the money a little bit. He'll be done at 30 years old. He's just not interested in signing. I'm not franchise tagging him. Hargrave. I want to bring him back. I just don't know what it's going to cost. Let's go 4-5 and up to $3 million for the signing bonus. And eventually, we're going to have to start cutting some of these older players. Definitely Big Ben. I don't know if it's going to be next season, probably the season after that when we have a first-round draft pick. Let's see if he'll take 4 or 5.2. We probably won't. No, that's all right, though. I almost just want to franchise tag Bud Dupree now and just move on. Do we do it? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. All right, we're just going to go to the draft. I am going to lower Shazier's overall, though, so he's not in this game anymore. Let me get this straight. We don't have a first-round draft pick or a third-round draft pick or a fifth. What is going on? Why is that? Now, I'm not really sure what we should do with this pick. I almost want to go Lewis, but it's kind of unnecessary. Do we go like a Jalen Hurts? Maybe that's the idea. Let's take Jalen Hurts. He'll back up Big Ben for 1 year, which is fine. 66 overall, hidden development. 85 throw power, 73 deep accuracy, 75 medium, 77 short. We could have went with like a Denzel Mims if we wanted to, but I just really wasn't interested in that. We have Juju, we have Washington, we have Johnson. There's no reason to get another receiver, even though there's so many receivers in this draft that I feel like every team is going to take one, I think, in the first 2 rounds. Maybe not the first 2, maybe the first 3. Is that fair? I don't know. Do we go with the Claypool? I don't think so. I want to build up the offensive line before all these guys get a little bit older. I'm going to go with Baez just because we have Marquise Pouncey on our team. He's a 71 overall, hidden development. 82 strength, 77 run block, 76 pass block. This team is so bogged down by huge contracts. This might be one of the hardest rebuilds other than maybe the Bears and the Texans. Because there's so many older players on this team with huge contracts. And there's probably no chance we make the playoffs this year. With the Ravens in our division, the Browns, you know how much Madden loves the Browns. I almost just want to blow it up. I'm not going to. We're just going to go to the midseason mark and see how we're doing, but they should probably consider it. Even the Bengals are doing well. They're 5-2. The Ravens are 6-2. What happened to the Browns at 2-5? Madden, hello. And we're 3-1. We're not going to make the playoffs. This is why I'd rather just blow it up. Cameron Hayward's going to be gone. That's fine. TJ Watt, Juju have to come back. I know it says we have a ton of money, but that's just because we have to re-sign all these guys. It won't be there in a second. I can promise you that. Let's go up. That's way too much. I want to go to $8 million for the signing bonus. He's going to get a ton of money in free agency if he gets there, so we'll make him that offer. Juju, same thing. Ton of money. Let's give him 5 years. Let's go up to 12. Just make it more realistic. 6.2 for the signing bonus. That's fine. James Conner, Villanueva is going to be gone. I'll increase the money a little bit more for James Conner just to, make sure he comes back. That's not a crazy amount of money for a running back, though. Bud Dupree, I want to bring him back as well. I know he's going to have like 2 years left. So we're going to have some money for free agency. I'm going to cut Big Ben so we have a lot of money. Joe Hayden, I don't care about. Foster, no. Switzer's way down there. I think we're fine. Let's go to the playoffs. Of course we didn't make the playoffs. No problem there. We went 6-9-1. Perfect. Give us a top 10 draft pick. The Ravens 12-4, Bengals 11-5, and the Browns 8-8. Let's look at the stats. Big Ben, 3,600 yards, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Goodbye, so long. Connor, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Receiving Juju, 918 with 8. McDonald, 756 with 4. Johnson, 651 with 3. Washington with 3. Samuels with 2. On defense, Bush 116 tackles, Hayden 101. Sack totals 9 for Hayward, 4.5 for Watt, 4.5 for Hargrave. Interceptions 2 for Lane, 2 for Nelson. A lot of ones to go around, but I don't really think that's going to matter all too much. Yearly awards, will we have anything up here? Trubisky with the MVP. No Steelers. Coach of the Year, Sean McDermott, makes sense. Offensive player, no Steelers. Drew Lock's up there. Defensive player of the year, Devin Bush at 3. Nothing else. Offensive rookie, I mean, they might throw Jalen Hurts up there just to be nice. I guess not. A.J. Dillon's up there. Defensive rookie of the year. A lot of Dolphins up there, as you would assume. They got Chasen, Epinenza, Gallimore. Is that it? That's it. Okay. But Patrick Queen on the Bengals. Kenneth Murray on the Broncos. Interesting. Let's see. What do we have for XP? I do have my XP sliders on. Nothing. Star development for Hurts with 2, though. I guess that's all right. I mean, that's nothing to brag about. And on defense, 4 for Devin Bush is awesome. But that's about it. 2 for Edmonds, who looks like the biggest D-bag right there. But a lot of work to do with this team. I can't wait to get to cutting some players. The Bills beat the Panthers 35-21. Very interesting. Now, do we have a little bit of money? I don't want to bring back Joe Hayden. So about $20 million, all these guys can go on their way. So if we can cut Big Ben, and then do we move on from some of our offensive linemen? It's something we have to debate. Let's see, what can we save? $7 million with Big Ben. I guess. Goodbye. 65 overall. It's a shame, but goodbye. Hayward's gone. DeCastro I'll keep. Steven Nelson I'll keep. Pouncey I'll keep. Even though we could get rid of Pouncey if we wanted to. McDonald, 74 overall. At 31 years old, goodbye. What does that save us? $6 million, basically. I'm going to try to trade Pouncey because I think that makes more sense. I know we have Baez backing him up, so we can do something with that. But we're not going to have a ton of money until next season and offseason, so $44 million. Trent Williams is there. Austin Hooper's there. Shaquille Barrett. Keanu Neal. I might just send it down the road again because we have to find a quarterback. Maybe we'll do 5 years for John Johnson. He doesn't have any offers, which is fine. Stephon Tuitt's getting up there in age as well. Njoku, I don't think so. Carl Lawson would be a young player that we could pick up very cheap. I'm not giving him 2 years. Let's give him 4 years if we're going to do this. Get him done at 30, get him out the door, that's fine. But I'm not seeing anybody that's like, you have to bring this guy in. I guess, who's here for corners? Alexander, there's nothing. I guess Sidney Jones would be a nice pickup. 93 points from the Dolphins. Let's go up to 5 years, 5.5. 2.7 for the signing bonus. $40.8 million, beating them by 10 points. Perfect. Kevin King's up there as well. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Bring in two big name, I guess I should say big name. Great cornerbacks, though. 2.6 for the signing bonus. Gets us to 115, which is killing it. You guys might disagree with that move, but if we're going to have to find our quarterback. I just like the move we made. So we brought it. I like how I said I might just push all the money down the line. I picked up 4 players. But I liked all the moves we made. We have the 11th overall draft choice. I do want to see if we can trade back just in case. We cannot. And I'm trying to think what would be the perfect thing for our team. Potentially a quarterback unless we just stick with Hurts, which I think I want to do for next year. We need a left guard. We need a left tackle, a right tackle, a tight end. I mean, that's doable. Let's see what's here. You guys know I love taking offensive linemen, so that'd be right down my alley. And then there's a quarterback there that looks like an absolute beast. That right tackle also looks really good. A bunch of right tackles up here. You know what? I'm throwing Jalen Hurts out the window. If you need a quarterback, you take a quarterback. Let's take Mole. He's a 79 overall, hidden development, ranked number 2. 94 throw power, 84 deep accuracy, 87 medium, 84 short. Now, I know I've taken 2 quarterbacks in this video so far, but Hurts was a second-round pick. Not the end of the world. Let's go see if we can find one of these tackles, one of these offensive linemen in the second round, which we should be able to do pretty easily. There's a few more quarterbacks there. We could have waited, but I like the guy we took. We could go with this right guard. I am going to go with this right guard. He's a 68 overall, normal development, 86 strength, 69 run block, 69 pass block. Hey. So I put Pouncey and Stephon Tuitt on the trade block. I'd rather get rid of him a little bit early than too late. So we'll take a 2, 5, and a 7 from the Patriots. We aren't going to make the playoffs this year anyways. So really no reason to hold on to that contract. Let's go one more week in case somebody wants Pouncey. Which for some reason they don't. Is it just because he's up there in age at 32 years old? Realistically, that's probably the answer. Maybe I just put Baez at one of the other. Do we just manually trade him? Or do we just cut him? What do we say? $5 million? I'm going to try to manually trade him, try to get some sort of draft pick. I traded Pouncey to the Cardinals for a 3rd-round draft pick. Get him out of here. Now, we know this is going to be a rough year, but we have a 78 overall team, 77 offense, 81 defense. Hopefully, Maul has superstar or above development. Then we'll be able to turn this team around pretty quickly. I still love the defense, though. There's really no weak points on the defense, which is great. Maybe the left end, not too concerned about that. Let's go to the midseason mark. What? At the midseason mark, we're in first place at 6-1. After getting rid of Tuitt? After getting rid of Pouncey? That's kind of strange. The Ravens are 5-2, Bengals 5-3, and the Browns are 2-5. Now, DeCastro is going to be a free agent. I would like to bring him back. Let's worry about him a little bit later on, though, because Minkah Fitzpatrick with $85.7 million. Let's give him about $6 million. Let's go to a $4 million signing bonus, $59.7 million. That's a good trade, or good signing, rather. Steven Nelson could go. James Washington, at 25 years old for a cheap contract, I'd bring him in. Let's increase the money a little bit, because I think we're going to spend pretty big in free agency. Edmonds could go. Samuels could go. Williams, actually, how old is Williams? 31, he could go. It's really DeCastro, but I'd rather wait to see what he goes down to in overall. So let's go to the playoffs and I guess see if we make it. We made it and got a first-round bye. That seems so unlikely. At 11-5, tied with the Ravens. Bengals 8-8 and the Browns 7-9. There's just no way. Maul, almost 4,000 yards, 34 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Awesome rookie year. Connor, 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns. I'll take that. Juju, 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. Washington and Johnson with 10 touchdowns. Awesome. On defense, Bush, 116 tackles. Don't want to look for that. Sack totals, 9.5 for Watt, 8 for Lawson, 5.5 for Bush. Interceptions, 3 for Bush, 2 for Johnson, 2 for Nelson. A few ones to go around. Could Maul be in the top 5 for MVP? No, not even the top 7. Allen won it, though, of course. Maul's not even up here. That's disappointing. Coach of the year, yes. Awesome. Maul, be in the top 10. Nope, I don't really understand that whatsoever. Defensive player of the year, we have Devin Bush at 4. Nothing would have been offensive rookie. We know that. No other Steelers. Defensive rookie of the year. Nothing. Now, Maul needs to have superstar development. Hands down. No question asked to make this a successful rebuild. Oh, that is a bad sign. He has 4. He'll be at 83, which is all right. But you still don't like to see that. Let's take a peek at our defense before we find out who we're going to play against. Devin Bush will be up to an 87, which is awesome. Jones will be an 81. What about Kevin King? 79? We're in great shape. We're playing against the 9-6-1 Los Angeles Chargers. Can we get to the AFC Championship game? That'd be quite the run. No, we lost by 3, though. All right, so we have the right pieces in place, it seems like. We're going to have to do a little bit better on the offensive line. I know that. We only have DeCastro, who I am planning on bringing back, unless somehow he went down to like a low 80s, which I doubt it. Maul played incredibly, too. 322, 3 touchdowns. He's our guy. Herbert, 275. Gordon, 52 yards. Henry, 3 touchdowns. Okay. Juju, 86 with a touchdown. Washington with a touchdown. Touchdown for Wheatley. And that's going to be it. Kind of a shame. Wow, the Chargers beat the Packers 42-14. Domination. So Justin Herbert, Super Bowl champion already. DeCastro didn't go down whatsoever. All right, so I'm going to have to pay him a little bit more. I know that, just to make sure he comes back. I think he will take this offer, though. Thank you. Nelson, goodbye. Edmonds, if you're cheap. If he'll take 4, 2.6, that's a solid backup. So that's good. Everybody else I'm not too concerned about. I don't think we have any players that are like a dire need to cut, right? Because no one in the offensive line, defensive line, no. Oh, what did I do? Upgrade players? No thanks. Quandry Henderson, if you say so. What do we have? 43.56. Now we need a ton of help in the offensive line. So do we go Schwartz? Do we go Kelsey? Just build it up really quick. We're fine with Jones. We're fine with King. So I think that's what we might do. We're still going to have to draft some offensive linemen. Don't get me wrong. 99 points beating them out. Kelsey, what did that say? That say 100? It did say 101, but we beat it by 109. I kind of want to go Mark Andrews. Let's say Mike Andrews. Gallup's there. Pouncey's there. Gesicki's there. 92 points from the Dolphins. So we're going to try to beat that. 114. All right, it's a little bit of an overpay. I'll give you that. And then I'm going to lowball J.L. Alexander big time. If he takes 35 points, guys. I mean, he's not going to. We all know that. It's not going to happen. But I think we will get Kelsey, Schwartz, and we'll be fine. We won't get Schwartz. And we did get Alexander. Well, I guess I'm sorry. Didn't think that would happen. I offered him 35 points. I'm just confused. So we have the 26th overall draft choice. We don't need corners anymore. I'll give you that. But the offensive line, we have Baez. So I didn't even need Kelsey. We'll put Kelsey or Baez over at right guard. So we need 2 tackles. We're fine on the for the weapons. And then we're fine on defense. So we have the 26th overall draft choice. We don't need corners anymore. I know that. We signed Kelsey even though we have Baez, so we'll put Baez over to right guard, which will be good. So we need tackles. We're fine for weapons. On defense, a left end and a middle linebacker. And everything else is great. I really didn't expect to get J.L. Alexander. How could I? 35 points. I never get, I offer those contracts all the time, and they just never take them. And I mean, Alexander's what, in the 90s? Superstar X Factor? It just doesn't make sense. What do we have? A few ends. There's some tackles up here, or a receiver if we really wanted one. I guess we have to look at the tackles just in case. All right. Isaac Dukes, come on down. 78 overall, normal development for some reason. 91 strength, 82 run block, 79 pass block. If you're I feel like if you're ranked in top 5 or projected or where you're supposed to go when they do that at the end, you should be hitting development every single time. I don't know if it's just because it's an offensive lineman or what, but it's happened to me all the time. And it's kind of getting aggravating. A tight end, we don't need that. My tackle we could definitely use. Let's go check out the offensive line. We'll go with Dane Freeman. We'll be fine at tackle. Okay, maybe we won't. So we have an 83 overall team, 84 offense, 83 defense. I thought Mull might have went up to superstar development, but I guess not. Let's go take a look at that defense. I mean, come on. This is a great, great defense. Granted, we have Alexander for basically no money. So I might just not re-sign one of the guys after the season just to make that more realistic. So if I was going to bring him in, it would have been for way, way more money. At the midseason mark, we're in second place at 4-3. The Ravens and the Browns are 5-2. The Bengals 4-4. Now, DeCastro is going to be a free agent. I don't know what we have for money. Kelsey's up there. Devin Bush, we're definitely bringing back. Don't worry about that one. But we're not going to spend all this money. I kind of feel bad about Alexander, to be honest. I'm kind of sorry about that. I don't know if that's going to pull you guys out of this video. I mostly did it just as like a joke, just because we had, $2 million? What did we give him? Something low like that. Johnson's coming back. Justin Lane, I guess we don't need anymore. We'll wait on DeCastro. Actually, did we just give DeCastro an offer? Yeah, he might retire, so we'll wait on that. And Justin Lane, do you want cheap, cheap money at 73 overall? You do. Give him a 3-year deal just to make it nice and easy. Okay, that's good. Let's go to the playoffs. Oh, we didn't make it. We went 8-7-1. Not bad, though. The Browns 11-5, Ravens 10-5-1, and the Bengals 6-9-1. Mal, how'd you do? 3,700 yards, 29 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Not that great. Connor 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns. Snell with 6. Juju 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Andrew 830 with 8. Johnson 689 with 6 touchdowns. Sorry about that. On defense, Bush 118 for tackles. I see 10.5 sacks for TJ Watt, 5.5 for Edmonds, 4.5 for Lawson. Interceptions, 3 for King, 2 for Johnson, 2 for Jones, 1 for Fitzpatrick, 1 for Alexander. We might have the best secondary of all time. Realistically. MVP, Kyler Murray. Interesting. Anybody from our team? No. Coach of the Year? No. Steelers for Offensive Player of the Year. Mull? No. Jordan Love's up there, though. Defensive Player of the Year? Nothing. Offensive Rookie? Nothing. And Defensive Rookie of the Year? Oh, Spencer at 9. How exciting. It's just kind of disappointing because the guy we drafted didn't have hidden development, so just kind of a waste. He might have good XP, though. Dukes has 2, gets up to an 80, I suppose. Baez will be an 81. Heck, 75. I mean, that's all right. Maul only got 1. I really wish he got upgraded to superstar development. Watt with 2, Bush with 2, Bernard with 2, Alexander with 1, King with 2, Jones with 2. I have a bad taste in my mouth, is the best way to put it. The Cowboys beat the Browns 21-14. Just like last rebuild, this is the year I won the Super Bowl. Very interesting. Hargrave could go. DeCastro, I feel like he might be a Steeler for life. And I think this might be the last offer we make, right? Unless we bring back Kelsey again. If I can get Kelsey for a cheap deal and then just go straight to the draft, let's see if he takes that. All right, let's just go to the draft then. What pick are we even going to have? We have the 18th overall draft choice. And I guess we still need a right tackle, right? I know it'll be a 75. We don't need receivers. We don't need anything on offense other than right tackle. And we need a right end, and we need a middle linebacker too, and defensive tackle. That's right, because Hargrave is gone. I mean, at 18, we might be able to find all of those positions. Let's go find out. Ramos is gone, 72 overall. Not really concerned about that. A bunch of receivers. Wow. All right, I'm taking Binns, I would assume. Okay. Or Wembley. Which one of them's good? Or Waters. I'm going Antoine Waters. I like that he doesn't have a combine. Let's take him. He's a 77 overall, hidden development, 89 strength, 80 run block, 79 pass block. When I see no combine, it's almost like a thing just clicks off in my brain. I'm like, you got to take him. Doesn't matter what else is about it. You just have to. No questions asked. Any defensive tackles, any ends. Could take a quarterback. Right outside linebacker, run stopper, late third. He looks like a good player, but that's not going to be the pick right now. Late first, Denard Mabane. He's a 73 overall, normal development, 61 power move, 79 finesse, 83 speed, 85 acceleration. So we have an 85 overall team across the board, and this offense is so great. The offensive line might be one of the best I've ever put together. And on defense, I mean, left end, defensive tackle, middle linebacker too, that is holding us back a little bit. I'll give you that. But it's not the end of the world. Let's go to the playoffs. That's a shame. We really didn't make the playoffs, and we went 9-7, so we had a great year. Not a great year, a good year. The Browns 12-4, Bengals 8-8, and the Ravens 6-10. Mole, almost 4,100 yards, 28 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I like that. Connor, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. Receiving, Juju, 932, 10 touchdowns. Andrews, 854 with 7. Johnson, 817 with 2. Washington with 5, 719. On defense, Bush, 114 tackles. Sack total, 6.5 for Bush, 5 for Lawson, 4.5 for Watt. Expected way more than that. 3 interceptions for Alexander, 2 for Johnson, 1 for Edmonds, Jones, and Fitzpatrick. I mean, I think I did a decent job. Maybe taking Jalen Hurts the first year in the draft second round just wasn't a great idea. I could kind of, say that. Signing Alexander, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but not the best idea, not very realistic. Any Steelers? No. How is Mole not up here? Defensive Player of the Year. We have Bush at 10. Offensive Rookie, Hopkins the running back at 5. Defensive Rookie, Mabane at 4. And that's going to be it. All right. Let's give us one final upgrade, then we'll go look at the team, because we should have made the playoffs easily. I know we have the Browns in our division. Waters has 4 XP. Mabane with 3. Hopkins with 3, so that's not bad. We're probably up to like an 86 overall team. 87 overall team. Really doesn't get much better than that. What are we looking at? Waters has star development. That's okay. So who do we draft? Waters, Baez. We drafted Dukes. We drafted Mull. We drafted Hurts, obviously. Signed Andrews. On defense, what did we do on defense? Oh, yeah, we signed Alexander, King, Jones. Alexander was a mistake. We know that. Lawson. Mabane's up to a 76 overall. We signed Johnson over here. All right. I guess that's going to be it for this video. If you liked the video, give it a like down below. Make sure to check out my channel, subscribe for more content, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.